Hi everyone, welcome to Nursing 650. This is our epidemiology course and we're going to be spending the summer together. This is a very interactive and vivid course, so I'm really thrilled to be able to share this with you. The content of this course will serve a number of purposes for you, not only for your future coursework, but also for your practice. And that's what's really key about epidemiology, is that it's such an important tool as we move forward and as you take on your roles, whether it be in population health, leadership, direct care, or even doing some policy work. So epidemiology is something that will help you to be more effective in your role, whatever that role may be. And having this background will also be a tool that kind of sets you apart from some of the other colleagues that you may have in nursing. So again, very critical tools as you move forward. So with the course itself, as we get started, this is the orientation video, and what I want you to do is really take a good look at the course. Look at the syllabus, the rubrics, the calendar, the required text, complete the overview questions. So this in a nutshell is the orientation, and make sure that you have a good stance as far as what the requirements are for this course, and set those in your schedules so that I know you're all very busy, but integrate the requirements into your schedules right now. Write them in your calendars, those types of things that will help you to be successful as you move forward. So what we're going to do through the orientation, we're going to do a brief overview of each and every one of the components of the menu on the left-hand side of Blackboard. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting out at the top. This is the orientation start here section. So here's where we have the highlight questions, and these are the questions that you will answer at the very beginning of the course. And again, this is just for your success. There's just a couple of questions. It's worth 5 points. So these are some relatively easy points to earn in the course, but it helps you to really key into some of the requirements and will help you to be successful as you move through the course trajectory. Within this section, I've provided quite a few resources, and some of you may or may not need some of the resources that are here, but just know that they are here. We have Holman Library Assistance here. We also have information on APA formatting, and just know that this is a very quick video, and it's a good overview, and it addresses some of the very common components of citing or doing references that you'll need when you do your assignments and your discussion boards. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. There are some materials here, a sample paper for formatting, some success tips, just some tips for you to be successful as you're doing your writing. And then there's another resource for you as far as locating errors. Here's information on the Writing Center, and just know that the Writing Center isn't just for those who have challenges with writing. It is really a good resource to help you to elevate your writing practice and to give you some tips that will save you some frustrations possibly at later times. So I really strongly suggest that you access the Writing Center. They do actually do virtual appointments, so you don't have to go to the Writing Center to access services. There's some Blackboard tips and tutorials, as well as a overview how to post to the discussion board, as well as submitting an assignment. All of this is included in the orientation section. This is the instructor contact information, and this has all of my contact information. I do office hours based on your needs. So if you have a need to have a conversation, if I can help you in absolutely any way, I can do the phone calls, I can do Zoom meetings, whatever works for you. And I found that it's better to base the times on your needs versus having a set time. So again, if you want to have a talk, just email me. We'll set up a Zoom. We'll talk by phone and we can get your needs met. The other thing is I try very quickly to respond to students, and just know that I typically respond within 24 hours. Most often it's much quicker than that. And the same holds true with grading assignments. I will grade your assignments within 1 week of the due date. However, again, usually it's much quicker than that. If you have interest in my background as far as my CV and some of my work history, you can click here and it will take you to my page, and it has information about some of the things that I've done throughout my career. So let's go ahead and move on. Now this is the syllabus, rubrics, calendar, and required text section. So this section is very important. Just know that it's here, and most of the infrastructure of the course is included here. So this is where we have the calendar. This is a consolidated calendar that has the dates for the assignments only. If you go ahead and click here, you will see the calendar for the entire course. I'm going to let you go through the calendar itself. However, it's set up into 8 modules, and each one of the modules has a listing of the to-do list. So keep that in mind, and you will also find the same to-do list within the modules themselves. So the dates of the modules are listed, what we're going to focus on, as well as the to-do list for each and every module. Then there's an overview of the discussion boards, and just again, a reminder, the discussion boards are a very strong part of this course, because we're going to actually divide and conquer through the discussion boards. We're covering a great deal of information, so the discussion boards brings forth the very important components of the course itself that will help you to be successful, to learn about epidemiology and actually complete your assignments successfully. So if you have any questions about the calendar itself, let me know. I'd be happy to go through it with you, but I do strongly suggest that you go ahead and enter the components that are required for the course in your calendar, in your phone, whatever method that you use. Go ahead and do that now to have that done. Okay, then you will find that the syllabus is included here, and you just can click here and it will show you the entire syllabus. I do have the outcomes, the student outcomes listed here. Each and every one of the rubrics for the assignments are listed here. So again, the rubrics are within the modules as well that they are due. And there will be videos with each rubric, so you know specifically what we're going to be looking at in that particular assignment. So just know that they're here, and they will also be in the modules as well. This is the discussion board rubric, so this is where you can see the key components. And again, the same components are listed on the course calendar at the very bottom that we just reviewed. So I tried to include the information that would be helpful for you in a couple of places, so it's easier for you to find. Of course, we have the textbook and the APA manual. Both of those are mandatory for this course, and you will be using them. So we have the aggregate outcomes and the gold standard. So let's go ahead and move on. You will notice there's quite a bit of resources in this course about the library. So this is the one-stop library shop. This is where you can access Paul Worrell for an email. He is also integrated into our discussion board, so he is actively in our course so that you have access to him. And please do use his services. He will help you to find the resources that you need to be successful in the course and give you tips on ways to more effectively do your searches that will save you time. So keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Our next section is the modules, and you will see that each and every one of the modules are listed, and along with that are the student outcomes and what the objectives are for that particular module. So let's go ahead and take just a peek in one of the modules. Okay, I am choosing to show you module number 5 because that's where our first assignment is. So this is the structure that you will see when you open up each one of the modules. You will get the to-do list, so to speak, and also looking ahead, what's coming up in some of the next modules. So this is where you want to start out with as far as what is needing to be done during this particular module. You will also find an overview of the module itself. You will find the PowerPoints from the textbook included here, and these are modified PowerPoints, so they have some of the key information. It doesn't have absolutely everything in it, but it's really very tailored to what your assignments are and what you need to know as far as epidemiology. There are typically videos to bring home some of the key concepts of the course itself and some of the key concepts of the module, and then there's resources for you to use as well as some resources that will help you not only now in this course, but there's resources that you will become accustomed with that will help you as you move forward through your coursework also. And you'll find some key models. You'll also have some information as far as your assignments. So here are some components that will help you to be successful in doing your critique. And this is the assignment link for the critique itself. You will find the rubric included here, a video overview of the rubric itself, and as well as this will help you to be successful as you're completing the assignments. And you'll find that for the synthesis assignment, you will find the same types of resource. And with the synthesis assignment, that's hard to say, you will also find that what we are doing throughout the course will help you to be successful in that final assignment. So be very cognizant of what we're doing through the course, because that will be the building blocks for you to do the final assignment. And you will pull from some of your discussion boards and some of your work through the course to do your synthesis assignment. That's a very helpful tip, so be very aware and keep all of your work because it will be helpful to you. Okay, as we go ahead and move forward, so for the orientation, we're going to end where we started, and I want to remind you to really focus on the foundation of the course as you're getting started. Be familiar with the syllabus, take a look at those rubrics so you can kind of get a guide as to what we're going to be doing as we move forward. And again, this will help you to key in to as you're moving forward through your discussion boards, those types of things. If you have those rubrics handy, you'll know what you need to have in those assignments that you're working on in the discussion board. So if that makes sense. So be very familiar with what's in those rubrics, because again, those building blocks, we're going to be working on building that key foundational knowledge that you will need for your assignments. So again, knowing what's on the rubrics will help you because you can start pulling that information as you progress through the course. Again, it's a time management thing and being effective in what you're doing and what you're learning and what your areas of focus are. And again, the assignments are to make this to be very real and relevant to you and your practice. And that's what it's all about. This is about learning about epidemiology and how it can impact your practice and how you can use those tools to be more effective in your role. So this is building your skills as you move forward in your career. So if you need anything from me, let